Hello, welcome student. You will be seeing the word on the board that is energy. When we are taking the lectures on the thermodynamics, the first law of thermodynamics is said that the energy is neither be created newly and nor be destroyed. And the total energy in the universe must be constant and the energy will be converted one form to the another form. This sentence must be important to understand the energies, and several forms of the energy will be discussed in these lectures. There are energy. What is the energy? Energy is the cause behind the particle under the motion. कुठल्याही ऑब्जेक्टचा मोशन होण्यासाठी जे काही बॅकग्राऊंडला काम करायचं काम करतो, जे काही बॅकग्राऊंड वर्क आहे ते काय करणार आहे? एनर्जीज. एनर्जी इज कॉज्ड. एनर्जी caused behind the motion of particles, behind the motion of particle or particle motion. This is the important thing of the energy. Energy nasta particle movement karat nahi. Energy is capable to produce the motions. Also energy is capable to produce motion. Energy is capable to produce motions. These several forms of the energy will be discussed in this lecture. That is nuclear energies, nuclear energy, chemical energies, mechanical energies, electrical energy, and as well as thermal energy. And also several energy, that is biomass energy, muscular energy. These are the also several types of these energies. Then in these lectures we are discussed the mechanical energy, electrical energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy, and the hydro energies. Okay. Before the discussions of the several forms of the energy, we must know that how much energy will be present in the nature, how much energy will be formed by the humans or by the artificially, and the types of the energy or the several stages of the energy will be discussed before the discussions of the forms of energy. Then please take the heading, that is concept of energy. Concept of energies. Concept of energy. It is derived from the classical mechanics while we can be explaining the work. Work म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? If the motions of the object, how much work is done from the position changes, for the changes of that positions. It derived concept of the energy. It derived from the classical mechanics. CM, it means the classical mechanics while we explaining the work. While explaining the work. Work is performed when the particle is move. Work क्यों होता है? जब particle है move होता है. Okay. Work is performed when particle is move. Okay, particle is move. For the motions of the particle, we must have the energy. Energy is capable to produce the motions of the particles. किंवा the energy is caused behind the particle motions. तर मोशन होत असताना वर्क काहीतरी वर्क परफॉर्म होत असतं. हे गोष्ट लक्षात ठेवणं गरजेचं आहे. नाउ टाइप्स ऑफ द एनर्जी. देयर आर प्रायमरी एनर्जीज. Primary energy. The primary energy are the resource which can be produced or which can be present in the nature or available in the nature. There are resources. The primary energy are the resources available in nature. There are resources available in nature. Which energy forms are available in nature? There are wind energy, petroleums, and also coals, These and solar energy, these are the types or examples of the primary energy. Primary energy म्हणजे काय? The energy or the energy resources which can be available in the nature. नेचर मध्ये अवेलेबल असणारे काय असतात? सोलार आहे, सोलार एनर्जी आहे, पेट्रोलियम आहे, कोल आहे, त्याचबरोबर वाइंड एनर्जी आहे. द एक्झाम्पल्स आर solar energy as well as wind energy, petroleum energies, and also there are coal. Okay, this is the primary energy. Now the second form of energy or the second stage of that energy, the intermediate stage. Intermediate stage or intermediate state of the energies. The intermediate state of energy is obtained. It is obtained from the primary resources by one or more time processes. काहीतरी त्यावर प्रोसेस केलं जातं. It is obtained. The secondary form of energy will be obtained from the primary energy. That PE, it means the not a potential energy. There is primary energy. Secondary or intermediate state of the energy is obtained by the or from the primary energy by one or more processes. By one or more processes. Okay, these are some chemicals or some different types of the fuels. Okay, chemicals and the steams. Examples are the chemicals. How can produce the chemicals? When we can be taken some natural things, there are petroleum or coals or any things, and react it to each other and to form a different types of the chemicals. After the reactions on that chemicals, we can be produce the secondary state of the energy or the secondary energy. The secondary energy is also called as usable form of energies. Okay, we can be taken the petroleum as there are petroleum, raw petroleums. ओके, आपण एक रॉ पेट्रोलियम घेतलेला आहे, त्यावर काहीतरी केमिकल रिएक्शन केलं आहे, म्हणजे काहीतरी प्युरिफिकेशन केलेलं आहे, आणि प्युरिफिकेशन केल्यानंतर ते काय होणार आहे, एक इंटरमिडिएट स्टेट झाला. काहीतरी केमिकल रिएक्शन केल्यानंतर इंटरमिडिएट स्टेट. आपण जे नेचर मध्ये भेटणारा पेट्रोलियम आहे, डायरेक्ट बाईक मध्ये यूज केलं जात नाही, ऍज अ फ्यूल म्हणून यूज केलं जात नाही. त्यावर काहीतरी केमिकल प्रोसेस केलं जातं, प्युरिफिकेशन केलं जातं, त्यानंतर आपलं युजेबल फॉर्म मध्ये दिलं जातं. त्याला म्हणलं जातं secondary form of energy. Secondary or usable energy. Secondary or usable energy. This is the last stage of energy, and there are also called as usable energy, and the examples of fuels, petrol or diesel, anything, fuels, and also electricity. Electricity, we can directly use the electricity energies as a energy. There are secondary form of energies. Firstly आपण काय बघितलं, what is the energy? Energy caused behind the motion of the particle. कुठल्याही ऑब्जेक्टचा मोशन होण्यासाठी काय गरजेचं असतो? एनर्जी गरजेचा असतो. ठीक आहे, जेव्हा एक आपण एनर्जी अप्लाय करतो, पार्टिकल मोशन मध्ये येतं किंवा पार्टिकल मुवमेंट करतं. पार्टिकल मुवमेंट केल्यानंतर काय त्या ठिकाणी होतं, वर्क इज परफॉर्म व्हेन द पार्टिकल इज मूव्स or when the particle is moments. Okay, and after that, how many stages of the energy we discuss? The primary energy which are available in the nature, secondary or intermediate stage of energy, not a secondary. There are intermediate state of energy. It can be obtained from the primary energy, not a potential energy. This is the primary energy by one or more processes. एक किंवा एक पेक्षा जास्त काहीतरी प्रायमरी एनर्जीवर प्रोसेस केलं जातं, तेव्हा आपल्याला इंटरमिडिएट स्टेट ऑफ एनर्जी भेटते. Then the secondary or usable stage of energies. Secondary or usable stage of energy, the final energy which can be directly used by the consumers. This is called as secondary or usable energies. Okay. Okay. Now let's start the discussions of the forms of energies or the types of energies. Forms of energy, it means electrical energy, mechanical energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy, hydro energy. These are 5 sub forms of the energy will be discussed in these lectures. Okay, please take the heading. There are forms of energies. forms of energy. Some several forms of the energy we discussed in this lecture. The first is mechanical energy. First form is mechanical energy. Mechanical energy. This is able to mechanical work. We need of this mechanical energy for the movement of object. We need this mechanical energy, or we need this much energy, this energy, such energy for movement of particle, for movement of object, or okay, movement of object. These are the mechanical energy is also capable to the changes of the shape, changes of the shape of the object. Also change shape of object. In the previous contents, I will discuss when we can be applying some energy or the applying some force on that object. The object is under the motions. It means by the Newton's second law of motion, the force is equal to mass into accelerations, and the unit of that force is Newton. The unit of that force is Newton. ओके देन वी वांट टू त्यानंतर जेव्हा एखादी पार्टिकल मुवमेंट मध्ये असते मोशन मध्ये असते किंवा पार्टिकल मुवमेंट करत असते आफ्टर द मुवमेंट ऑफ द पार्टिकल सम वर्क इज डन व्हाई व्हेन दे अप्लाइंग सम फोर्सेस द पार्टिकल मूविंग और चेंजिंग देयर पोजीशंस इफ द particle or object will can be changes the positions then some displacement is present in that sign then work done is equal to the force into some displacement or displace the particle, displace the object, and the work and energy they have also the same unit or same SI unit. This is Joule. There are joules. Okay. Now the second form of energy we discuss. The second form of energy is the electrical energy. There are superior form of energy. Electrical energy is the superior form of energy. Why they say the superior form of energy is of the electrical energy? Electrical energy la superior form of energy का म्हणलं जातं आपण बघायचं. Okay, firstly discuss the what is the electrical energy. In the whole world, we are using the lot of energies in the form of electrical energy. The maximum energy is used in the form of electrical energy. The generator will can be produced the electrical energy from the mechanical energy. Generator produce electrical energy. E means electrical energy from mechanical energy. From mechanical energies. One of the different types of the generator, that is magneto-hydrodynamic generator. The generator name of the generator is magneto-hydrodynamic. The word of that generator, the magneto-hydrodynamic generator. This is one of the types of generator. The magneto-hydrodynamic generator, which can be also produce the electrical energy, from thermal energy, from thermal energies. The electrical energy is the superior form of the energies. They are most usable form of the energy in the world. And also things, there are fuel cells. Fuel cells is also converted or also created the electrical energy by or from the chemical energies. also created or also transfer the energies, that is electrical energy from the chemical energies. Okay, and the unit of that energy, the watt into second, is also joule. Watt into second, watt second is also joules. Let us discuss the advantages, why they are used lot of, or why these types of the energy is called as superior form of energy. These type of the energy is easy to transfer or easy to carry, easy to transfer. The first things, first advantages is easy to transfer, easy to transfer the electrical energies. Another one is easy to form, or this electrical energy is made by the all types of the energy, that is mechanical energy and also thermal energy and chemical energy. प्रत्येक एनर्जी पासून हा इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी तयार होतो, त्यामुळे they are easy to created or easy to discover, oh sorry, easy to form. The second one is easy to distributed. There are easy to distributed, easy to measure, easy to counted, and easy to control. Easy to distributed. There are easy to distributed, easy to measured, easy to countables, and there are easy to carried out and easy to store the electrical energy. Electrical energy आपल्याला स्टोर करून ठेवता येते. कुठलेही अदर एनर्जी, देयर आर मेकॅनिकल एनर्जी स्टोर करून ठेवता येत नाही इझिली, किंवा केमिकल एनर्जी देखील इझिली स्टोर करून ठेवणं थोडासा हार्मफुल असतो. देन the advantages, main advantages of the electrical energy are easy to transfer, easy to distributed, easy to carried out, and another one is easy to, they are easy to store the electrical energy, and the most one useful, they are safe. The electrical energy is mostly safe and easy to transmitted, and easy to transmitted. This is the advantages, and we are discussing two forms of the energy. First is mechanical energy, another one is electrical energy. The mechanical energy, this energy is mostly we need of the mechanical energy for the movement of the object, and the mechanical energy is also used to changes of the shape and size of that object when they are applying some forces. The force is equal to mass into acceleration. This is the Newton's second law of motions. The unit of that force is a Newton, and the work is done when the particle is displaced, when the object is displaced applying some force, that is F. Force into displacement, that is Joule. The energies and work are have the same unit. Now the let's second or third forms of the energy, that is chemical energies. Third form of energy is chemical energies. Various fuels, petroleums, like the different types of the fuels are used in the chemical energies. Okay, and this energy is used to storage. Their energy is used to storage or in the storage of the batteries. Okay, please take the heading. That is chemical energy, are also called as secondary or intermediate stage of energies. This energy is intermediate stage of the energy. When the chemical reactions is happened in the exothermic and endothermic types of the reactions, then some energy will be emitted or some energy is absorbed. एकतर एनर्जी इमिट होतो किंवा ऍब्सॉर्ब होतं. कुठली एनर्जी इमिट और ऍब्सॉर्ब होते, that is thermal energy. Thermal energy are emitted. It means to form the thermal energy when the exothermic reaction is happen. Exothermic is reaction happen when we available the chemical energies. Okay, the various fuels and the organic matters are obtained from the this or from the chemical processes, or the various fuels or organic matters are formed when some chemical reactions or chemical processes. The chemical energy is also converted into the electrical energy. The chemical energy is also converted into the electrical energy in when we are taking the batteries or the dry cells, batteries or the dry cells, they taken one of the chemical, that is sulfuric acid in the HCl, hydrochloric acid, as well as the sulfuric acid will be present, HCl and H2SO4, sulfuric acid and the hydrochloric acid in the car batteries or the vehicles batteries. They can be converted the chemical energy to the electrical energies. The chemical energy is also converted into the thermal energy. I will said that when we discuss, when I will take the heading of that chemical energies. The exothermic and endothermic reactions are proceed. When we are proceed to exothermic and endothermic reactions, they can be emitted the thermal energy or heat. The second types of that is nuclear energies, or next one is nuclear energy. This when the atomic nuclei, atom or the energy in the atomic nucleus, that is uranium and thoriums. The reaction that uranium and thorium, they are nucleus or the radioactive materials. Nucleus of the uraniums and thorium, which can be released the heat in the form of nuclear fusions or nuclear fission reaction. Nuclear fusion reactions. Nuclear fission. What is the difference between fusion and fission? Fusion and fission. Fission means the breakdowns of the nuclei. Fusion means the collections or combining of the nuclei. The fission reactions, a lot of heat will be produces, or a lot of heat will be produces after the uraniums or thorium nuclei will be breakdown or under the taking of the fission reactions. Okay, then the nuclear energy is the most, or the nuclear energy will be solving the lot of problems in the energy worlds. Energy world खूप साऱ्या जे काही प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत हे न्यूक्लियर एनर्जीने सॉल्व्ह केलेली आहे. त्याला न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी, it means energy in the atomic chain reactions, energy in the atomic nuclei, that is uranium and thorium, which can be converted the lot of thermal energy, or the which can be reduces or which can be emitted the lot of heat when taken the nuclear fission reactions or nuclear fission chain reactions. The nuclear energy solving the lot of energies problem in the energy world or in the whole universe. Then last one form of energy is hydro energy. Hydro, it means which can be used the water. Hydro energies. The water flowing from the high level to the low level. Water flowing from the high level to the low levels. They are strike on the turbines. Turbine will be rotated. Okay. We can discuss some energy plants. Okay, the waters will be rotated. Waters will be flowing from the high to the low. They are connected one of the smallest turbine here. This will be turbines. When the waters will be strike on that types of the rotors of that turbines, the kinetic energy will be converted. The kinetic energy of the water will be transferred to in the rotors. रोटरची कायनेटिक एनर्जी मध्ये ट्रान्सफर होते. कशाच्या वाटरची कायनेटिक एनर्जी रोटरच्या कायनेटिक एनर्जी मध्ये ट्रान्सफर होते, अँड द टर्बाइन्स विल बी अंडर द rotations or under the circular motions, and these turbines is connected with the generator. This turbines is connected with the generator, and this generator is generated the electrical energy from the mechanical energy. The mechanical work is happen in the turbines. This is all about some different types of the energy or different forms of the energy we're discussing. What is the energies, units of the energies, how they are energy converted, and discuss the forms of energies. Before the discussions of the forms of energy, discuss concept of the energy. In that concept of the energy, we are discuss the several stages of the energy. Primary stage of energy, the energy resources available in nature. This energy is called as primary stage of energy. Then intermediate stage of energy, the intermediate energy can be obtained from the primary resources by one or more process. And another one is that is secondary or usable energy. After that, we start discussions of the forms of energies. From in the forms of energy, subheading of the forms of energy. Discuss the first is mechanical energy. We need to the mechanical energy for the movement of object, for the movement of the particles, and the mechanical energy is also used to changing of the shape of that object. In this mechanical energy, we can apply some forces on that. The forces is equal to mass into acceleration by the Newton's second law of motions. The unit of that force is Newton, and when the particle or object in the motions or they can be changes their positions, if the change of their positions, some displacement here, and after the changing of the positions or the object in the motions, then some work is done by that object, and the work is equal to force into displacement, and the work and energy have the same unit, that is joule, that are SI unit of joules. Then after that, we are discussing the electrical energy. Electrical energy is said that these are superior forms of energies. Okay, the generator which can be produced some electrical energy from the mechanical energy. Generator which can be produced the electrical energy from the mechanical energy. Then one of the different types of the generator, that is big one, the magneto-hydrodynamic generator. Magneto-hydrodynamic generator which can be produced, which can be also form electrical energy from the thermal energies. Then the energy in the electrical form, that is watt into second, is also energy stored in the energies watt into second, power into time, it is joule. Some advantages of the electrical energy is discussed. There are easy to produce, easy to transmit it, easy to distribute it, and they are safe. The electrical energy is safe. And the last one types of the energy or on the board, that is chemical energy. The different types of the various fuels and petroleums or organic matters are produced in some chemical reactions or chemical processes. These are also called as chemical energies. They are also called as chemical energies. Some chemical reactions are produced or some chemical reactions are happen. There are endothermic and exothermic reactions to produce the chemical energy to the thermal energies. And also chemical energy is converted into the electrical energy in the form of, that is batteries. The battery containing the HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, and H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. The containing the reactions will produce in that types of the chemicals, and they are produced the electrical energies. And also discuss the nuclear energies. Energy in the atomic nucleus, that is uranium and thoriums, which can produce the heat energy by the nuclear fission or nuclear fission chain reactions. And the nuclear energy is solving some problems in the energy world. Okay, and last one is hydro energy, water flowing from the higher level to the lower level. The water flowing from the higher level to the lower levels, the water comes on strikes on the turbines of the rotors or rotor of the turbines, and they transfer the kinetic energy of these waters to the rotor of that turbines, and the rotor will be under the motions, or rotor takes the motions, and there happens some mechanical work or mechanical energy. We can be connected to the generator of that turbines, and this generator is converted into the mechanical energy to the electrical energy. All forms are used to convert the all energy in the electrical energy, because the electrical energy is the superior form of energy and most usable form of the energy in the world. Okay, we are stop here.